A billionaire's own brother just held a gun to his head and threw him into freezing rapids to steal his $3.2 billion fortune. But what this 28-year-old black maid did next will leave you speechless. She had every reason to let him drown, but instead, she risked her life to save the one man who saw her worth. If you're part of the Black Visionaries family, smash that like button because this story will restore your faith in humanity and show you what real loyalty looks like. Bang! The champagne glass exploded against marble as Marcus Wellington's world shattered. The man who controlled a $3.2 billion empire now stared into the cold eyes of his own brother, David, who held a trembling gun just inches from his chest. "Surprised to see me, Marcus?" David's voice dripped with venom. "Did you really think I'd let you keep Daddy's empire while I got nothing but scraps?" But here's where this story gets crazy. The person watching this betrayal unfold wasn't a bodyguard, wasn't security, wasn't even family. It was Rosa Martinez, a 28-year-old housekeeper pressed against the kitchen door, her heart hammering as she witnessed the man who changed her life face execution. And Rosa had a choice to make that would shock everyone. You see, 8 years ago, Rosa was drowning in a different way. A single mother working 3 jobs, sleeping 4 hours a night, watching her dreams die slowly. That's when Marcus hired her, not just as help, but as family. When her daughter needed life-saving surgery they couldn't afford, Marcus didn't hesitate. He paid every penny. When Rosa whispered her dream of finishing college, he made it happen, arranging online classes around her work schedule. But David treated her like she was invisible, snapped his fingers at her, never said please or thank you, acted like she was furniture with legs. So when David snarled, "You always thought you were better than me," Rosa's blood boiled. This wasn't just about money. This was pure evil. "What I want is simple," David continued, his finger tightening on the trigger. "I want you dead. My investors have been very patient, but they want results. With you gone, I inherit everything, and we can liquidate this company for billions." Marcus raised his shaking hands. "David, think about the employees. Think about Rosa's family. Think about the thousands of people who depend on us." David's laugh was like broken glass. "You mean that little maid who worships you? Too bad she's not here to save her precious boss now." "But I am here," Rosa thought, rage building in her chest. "And you have no idea what you just started. That's when the unthinkable happened." David forced Marcus outside at gunpoint, heading straight for the Blackstone River, those merciless dark waters that had claimed lives before. Rosa slipped out the back, following them through shadows, her mind racing with possibilities. At the riverbank, David shoved Marcus toward the edge. "Any last words, brother?" "Just tell me," Marcus said, his voice steady despite facing death. "What happens to Rosa? To her kids? To everyone who trusted me? Not my problem." David sneered. "My problem?" David sneered. "They're all getting fired anyway. It's just business." That's when Rosa snapped. She grabbed a jagged rock and hurled it with every ounce of fury in her body. Crack! It smashed into David's wrist like a lightning bolt. He screamed, dropped the gun, and in the chaos that erupted, both brothers tumbled over the steep bank into the deadly river below. The current was a monster. Marcus, who could swim in heated pools, was completely helpless against nature's fury. His $1,000 suit became a death trap, dragging him under as the icy water shocked his system. David had already vanished after smashing his head on a rock. Marcus was dying. His vision went black, his lungs filled with water, and he was going under for the last time. Then came the splash that changed everything. Rosa didn't think, she just acted. Kicking off her shoes, she dove into those deadly rapids without a second's hesitation. Growing up poor in rural Mexico, she learned to swim in dangerous rivers as a child. At 28, her young, strong body was built for this fight. "Mr. Marcus," she called out, cutting through the water with powerful strokes. "I'm coming." Rosa, no, Marcus gasped, going under again. Save yourself. It's too dangerous. But Rosa was already there, wrapping her strong arm around his chest. You saved my family's life, she said fiercely, fighting the current. Now I'm saving yours. Here's what's incredible. Rosa could have let him drown. She could have walked away and let justice handle itself. David was gone. Marcus would be gone, and maybe she'd even get something in the will. But that's not who Rosa was. Using every technique her father taught her, Rosa angled their bodies with the current instead of fighting it, guiding them toward a fallen tree that jutted into the water. Her muscles screamed, her lungs burned, but she refused to let go. It took 20 minutes that felt like 20 hours, but she got Marcus to those life-saving branches just as the rescue team arrived. Both were barely alive from hypothermia, but they were breathing. David's body was found downstream 2 days later, his greed having cost him everything. But here's where this story gets beautiful. As Marcus recovered in that hospital bed, something profound changed inside him. Rosa hadn't saved him because he was wealthy or powerful. She risked her life because she saw him as human, as family. In her eyes, his worth had nothing to do with his billions. When Marcus got out, he didn't just say thank you, he revolutionized everything. He created a $50 million employee foundation with Rosa as the director. Every worker got ownership stakes in the company. Rosa's heroism wasn't just rewarded with money. She was given the honor and respect she truly deserved. You didn't just save my life that night, Marcus told Rosa at the foundation's grand opening with hundreds of employees cheering. You saved my soul and showed me what real family looks like. Rosa smiled, her 2 children beside her, both now on full college scholarships. At 28, she had become one of the most respected leaders in the city. We take care of each other, Mr. Marcus. That's what love does. The crowd erupted, but the real magic was simpler. They had discovered that true wealth isn't in bank accounts, it's in the courage to do what's right and the people who stand by you when everything crumbles. Sometimes the most powerful person in the room isn't the billionaire in the expensive suit. Sometimes it's the brave young woman with fire in her heart and loyalty bigger than any fortune. Rosa didn't just save a drowning man that night. She saved thousands of jobs, transformed an entire company's culture, and proved that one person's courage can change the world. Because real heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes they wear aprons, work double shifts, and jump into freezing rivers to save the people who believed in them first. This is what happens when loyalty meets courage, when kindness gets repaid with bravery, and when one split-second decision changes everything forever. Rosa proved that real power isn't about money. It's about courage. One woman's split-second decision didn't just save a life, it transformed thousands. If this story moved you, smash that like button and subscribe to Black Visionaries because we've got more incredible stories of everyday heroes doing extraordinary things. Which part shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you, Black Visionaries family, in the next one where ordinary people do the impossible.